Northgate Podcast. Dom Damali here. What's up, you guys? Back with another Pretty Little Liars review. Today I will be reviewing 614 New Guys, New Lies. Okay, so the episode opens up and we have Spencer and Caleb in the bed together. It's pretty much the aftermath of what happened last week and of what happened last night. And she gets up, goes to the kitchen. You could tell she's feeling herself. You could tell she had a good night. Kayla put her to bed. You know what I'm saying. And so she starts fixing coffee. And she looks over to see her phone, or to go get her phone. She sees she has a bunch of text messages from the bitches. And she has an A text. So the next scene we get, she rushes in to the Radley. And everybody's kind of wondering where she was. And she says, I'm sorry. I was studying all night for the town hall meeting. So there they have like a little discussion about everything that's going on. Later in the episode, Lorenzo makes an appearance again, and he makes like a news broadcast or something where he's letting the town know that he's taking this fucking shit seriously, and they know what the murder weapon is. So we find out the murder weapon is a golf club, a 9-iron. So then everybody jumps on this bandwagon they've been on the Ezra bandwagon, but they jump on it even harder. And Aria comes up with this plan with Emily where they, get into, Aria gets into Ezra's apartment. Aria gets in there, she checks his golf clubs, everything's fine. Then she sees the phone. She checks the messages, and it's a message up there from her father. So in the message is like, we need to talk about what you think you saw. Very incriminating shit. And that's what tells me that Byron ain't got nothing to do with this. Because if you really did something that night, why would you call and leave a message on somebody's answer machine about something you did that night? Like, that don't make no fucking sense. But anyway, Pretty Little Liars. So yeah, she rushes downstairs, and now she's on the Byron bandwagon. Now she thinks he did it. And typical Aria, bitch, I need to talk to you. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're dealing with. It's all about me. Emily's like, look, I'm trying to flirt. I'm trying to bag these draws right here, and you in the way. You cock blocking. And Aria's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, okay? It's all about me. Typical Aria, you need to get your ass up. I need to talk to you. So Sabrina, walks off and says something smart, and I'm not here for that, because even though Aria's a rude bitch in this scene, I'm like, Sabrina, you are nobody in this scene. So you need to walk your ass off and let them have their little conversation. So they go back to Aria's house, and they start talking about what she found, what she heard, and how her father could somehow have something to do with this. I also think in this scene we had the flashback of Aria overhearing her mom and dad talking. Shout out to Holly Marie Combs, because I didn't think that we were gonna see her this season, but shout out to her. We get a scene of the flashback of the parents talking about, Aria's mom went to go see Cece, and Byron won't hear for it. So in the scene, I'm like, did they get back together? Because there's no way my ex-husband would be telling me what the fuck to do. So they must get back together somewhere in between this time. And Aria's mom is, feeling bad, and she's feeling some type of way. And we all know Aria's mom is like a cancer. It's obvious. She's like a therapist, teacher, something. She has that type of vibe to her. So it wasn't weird to me how much she was caring, for the situation and about the situation. And pretty much Byron incriminates himself again, and he's like, over my fucking dead body, she's not getting out. I'm not here for it. And so that's basically what Aria told Emily. She told her the flashback that we got to see, which I think is interesting. And that's one part that I am liking about this new season. When they do tell each other things that are like flashbacks, we actually see the flashbacks. And I think they did this in the earlier seasons, but it was a little different. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It wasn't just like regular conversation. Okay, we see a flashback. It was like, okay, this is an important episode. Now we're getting flashbacks. You feel what I'm saying? It's a little different, and I'm liking that direction that they're going in, at least. Okay, so we get a scene between Spencer and Caleb, and the town hall meeting and shit is coming up. So, they're talking about it, and Spencer gets a folder filled with the other campaign secrets and the things they like and dislike and things like that. And she's looking through it, she's studying it, and they come across a girl named Yvonne. Now, in this scene, I didn't pick up on that was Toby's girlfriend. For some reason, I won't really paying attention to some shit because I didn't realize that till later on in the fucking episode. But yeah, we find out that's Toby's girlfriend. And Spencer asks Caleb, how is she? Have you met her? Blah, blah, blah. And Caleb is basically like, yeah, she's cool. You could tell. And you can tell that he wasn't really trying to, get into that conversation. So they continue to talk, and he's like, should I move out after that little situation that we had last night? And you could tell it's a little awkwardness between them. And Spencer's like, if that's what you want to do. And he's like, do you want me to? And they have this little awkward flirt moment here that was kind of cute. And he says that he wants to go see Toby, and she's like, whatever, pretty much. So Caleb goes to see Toby, and this is where we see Yvonne, and we get the first look of seeing these two together. And I mean, they're okay. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about Toby anyway, so as long as he ain't with Spencer, I'm okay. And they're okay together, I guess. I don't know. Toby's a weirdo. She's a weirdo. So maybe it works. I don't know. So, they're having a conversation, and he's like, you building her a house. Well, Caleb's like, you building her a house. And then they get on this conversation where Toby's like, who are you doing stuff for now? Who are you cooking breakfast for now? And Caleb basically finally drops the bomb that is Spencer. And you could tell that Toby kind of gets upset and kind of gets, weird about it. And Toby's like, hey, if you don't want me to do this, I won't. It's complicated. It kind of just happened. And Toby's like, well, does she feel the same way? And Caleb's like, yeah, I think so. And pretty much that scene was weird. You can tell Toby got in his feelings about the shit, and I just didn't get it. And I'm gonna get on Toby later, but I just could not deal with him this whole fucking episode. I'm not gonna tear him apart like I usually do, because y'all already know how I feel about him. But he was getting on my last nerve during this episode. So then we have a scene, I think, with Hannah and Emily, where Hannah tells Emily that she told Spencer that it was okay that she got in the bed with Caleb, that they did the damn thing. And Emily's like, what? Like, what is that? And I think that in this scene, Hannah tells Emily that it was okay, or that she didn't care, or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of pointless. I don't remember what happened. They was also talking about some private jet type shit. I don't know. It was rich bitch talk. I won't paying attention. I can't relate. So I'm relating to Emily right now. Okay, so what the fuck do we have next? Okay, so Spencer runs into Toby in the streets. And oh no, I'm skipping something. She goes to the Radley Hotel. I don't remember why the fuck she was there. Probably to meet the hoes or whatever. And she sees Toby looking at the engagement ring that he's about to, propose to her with, and this whole thing, and it's an awkward scene. You could tell she's in her feelings, and this is where she gets another text message that says something like, okay, he'll never put a ring on your finger, bitch, whatever. And then later they run into each other on the street, and it's another awkward situation. And then she goes to see him, and that's another awkward situation. And then they see each other towards the end at the town hall meeting, which is another awkward situation. And my feelings towards Spencer and Toby is, I just don't understand. It's been 5 years. Why are y'all acting this weird with each other? And I know a lot of people been saying, oh, they still got feelings for each other. I don't understand why. Like, I just don't get why. It's been 5 years. We've all been in relationships. You cannot sit here and tell me that the relationship you was in fucking 5 years ago, you still fucking pressed about. Can't nobody, not one of my subscribers, tell me some shit like that. Because it ain't realistic. Like 5 years, bitch. 5 years you done moved on, you done fell in love with somebody else, and you done realized in that time that what you had in fucking high school is not as real as what the fuck you have now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's different. You done grown up, you know yourself more, and you with somebody else who's more on your fucking level than your fucking high school relationship. Nobody is out here thinking about Jimmy from fucking 5 years ago, Billy, Bob, Sally, Becky. Ain't nobody thinking about these bitches from 5 years ago. Ain't nobody do. That's not realistic to me. So I didn't get why they were still angry, and it was just weird. It was weird, and Toby was so mad, and I'm sitting here like, Toby, what the fuck are you so mad about? Did she cheat on you, and that's why y'all broke up? You know, he was so angry, it made it seem like she really hurt him or something, which wasn't even the case, because he said that they just kind of like, you know, fell apart or whatever. But it's like, why are you so mad? Why is it so awkward? Like, I don't get it. And I can see how the Caleb situation could make it awkward, but it seemed like that won't even what was making it awkward. It seems like it's something else there. And we all know Toby be having his panties in a bunch all the fucking time. But I'm like, dude, if you gonna have your panties in a bunch every time you in a scene with Spencer, I'm gonna need for your ass to not be in a fucking scene with Spencer. Because I can't deal with it. I can't deal with your panties being in a bunch every motherfucking time y'all are in a scene together. I can't. Toby, go somewhere and sit down. So, he doesn't propose to the girl. Who knows why? I hope it's not over Spencer. I hope they don't plan on getting back together. I can't deal with another scene with these motherfuckers in the same fucking shit together. I can't anymore. Toby, bye. Go away. Die. Get killed off on the show. Be something. But you gotta go. So yeah, also in the town hall meeting, they're trying to figure out you know, where the text messages are coming from, and they realize that the picture of the murder weapon, the floor is from the Radley. So whoever did it was in the fucking Radley. I also skipped a scene. We had a scene between Spencer and Caleb where they went looking for, you know, where the text messages and shit was coming from. And, you know, Caleb basically asked her, why did you delete this one text message about Toby? And they have their little scene, and then they go to this like garage looking place, and this is where they find a phone and the hoodies and things like that. And Spencer's like, well, shit, you know, this seems like this is happening again. We also got a scene with a fucking mailman creeping on Emily, you know, while she was at Aria house, the scene I spoke of earlier. That was really creepy. And I kind of wish they wouldn't have did a close-up on the mailman, because it was real creepy when it was far away. Like, when it got closer, I calmed down. But when it was far away, I was like, oh, hell no. Okay, they taking this shit a little too fucking far with the creepy-fied shit. But they got closer, and, you know, I wasn't as creeped. But I think they should have kept it further away, because I think that was more creepy. We also get to see this person again at the end at the town hall meeting, and it was just as the bellhop boy or something like that, and we see him or her walk out and get into a limo, and we see this person taking off their gloves and taking off their mask, but, you know, obviously we don't see who exactly A is. We just see the mask being put to the side, and that was pretty much the episode. I mean, I know I skipped a lot of shit, but yeah, I just don't really want to talk about all the random fucking scenes like I've been doing. I just don't really feel like doing that. But I do have to mention that it was a scene where Aria called her dad and he was in the limo. Now, we've been seeing this A character in a limo, so it was a little weird to see Byron in a limo, and while he's in this limo, he says, you know, she knows. So that was a little weird. They are really trying to paint Byron to have something to do with this shit. Who knows, you know? Now that would be interesting. That would be real interesting. But like I said, they painted him to look so fucking suspicious. He probably, you know, like, come on. Typical Pretty Little Liars. Also, he calls her at the end too, saying that he needs to speak to her. So, you know, I guess next week we'll find out about that. So yeah, that's it for my review. If I forgot anything else, y'all fucking know what the fuck happened. Y'all saw it. So now for my review. I'm gonna do my review on this because I'm not that far in. Okay, so the episode was okay. It was okay. It wasn't necessarily a filler, but it felt somewhat like a filler. It wasn't any excitement or anything. Shout out to Spaleb for finally falling into the bed, tripping into the bed together. Shout out to that because I love it. Toby, please. I can't with Toby. I don't know how you guys feel about Toby, but he was driving me crazy last night. Crazy. Like cringing. Like, dude, why are you on the screen? Every time he had an attitude. I've seen some men who were a little, y'all can't see what I'm doing, but the hand is bent. The hand is bent right now. I've seen a men who were a little like that, who would get their panties in a bunch and get a toot every 5 seconds. But they were usually gay, or they were just really emotional and sensitive and didn't really know, you know what I'm saying, like how they were supposed to, deal and carry themselves. Toby, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's gay or what. I don't know. But Toby, you got to go. You got to go, my dude. I can't with you. Okay, so this A character. The A character is wearing a mask now. I don't really care. Wear a mask. Wear the black shit. I don't care. Go back to the hoodies. It's the same shit to me. It ain't nothing different. Who do I think it is? I don't know. I was trying to look at the mannerisms and the body shape. The walk was girly. But that could have been Toby. Their hands was girly, but that could have been Toby. And I say that to say it could have been a guy. It was a little girly mannerisms and such, and it was short, and we know a lot of girls are usually short. So it seemed like a female, but I really have a feeling that this time is probably going to be a guy. And the shape was weird. The shape of this person was different. They were wider down low. They had a little gut, and I don't know. To be honest, and I hate to say this, it looked kind of like Byron. Now, obviously, I don't think it's Byron. I don't. But it looked like his shape. It looked like his shape and all of that. He's a little girly walking too. And maybe it was Byron. Maybe this person in the mask is not A or whatever. We will fucking never know. But yeah, that's my review for 614. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, y'all.